A country like Britain survives and prospers on the talent and ability of its people. That's why successive governments in the UK have looked to develop our ability to innovate and to be creative. We look to stimulate that creativity through appreciating works of art, written, spoken word, moving images, delighting in design and architecture, music, as we have just seen. All of this, in my view, increases a country's capacity to be reflective, curious, and bold. In short, dynamism in arts and culture creates dynamism in a nation. In order to showcase the UK's dynamism and creativity, the British Council works with the best of British creative talent to develop innovative, high-quality events and collaborations that link thousands of artists and cultural institutions around the world, drawing them into a closer relationship with the UK. Here in Singapore, the British Council offers people in Singapore and in the UK new ways of connecting with and seeing each other through the arts via the New Work, New Audiences flagship programme. This programme is actually operating extremely successfully across the East Asia region, and for that reason I'm delighted that Terry Toney, the Council's Regional Director, as well as Mark Howard, the Singapore Director, are both with us here today. Last year, the British Council brought 2 emerging filmmakers from the UK to Singapore to work with a local film crew and cast on a film set in Tiong Bahru, just down the road from here. Not only were long-lasting connections made, but people in Singapore had the chance to take part in a community arts project and to learn about filmmaking and appreciate the fresh perspective on the UK that filmmakers from the UK can bring about our customs and way of life. That film, of course, was a collaboration between the National Museum of Singapore and the British Council, but with the support of the Singapore International Foundation. Today marks the next step in the partnership between the British Council and the Singapore International Foundation. And I can think of no better way to do so than through the Artist-in-Residence exchange that starts this year between 2 leading contemporary visual artists, Bob Matthews from the UK and Michael Lee from Singapore. And some of you may have seen some of their works on the screen to my right. This exchange is going to result in a collaboration with new work being produced and showcased in both the UK and in Singapore. And this unique opportunity will allow the artists to appreciate the importance of meaningful and multi-layered cultural exchange and immersion in each other's culture. During each residency, the artists will host talks, workshops and masterclasses for fellow artists and the general public, and thereby widening and deepening the impact of the time spent in each other's country. The whole programme will also be captured digitally, so that an online audience can learn from and appreciate the artists' experiences. I'm very proud to note that the British Council's work has been recognised in Singapore year after year. They have long-standing partnerships with many of Singapore's leading government agencies who trust them to develop and deliver innovative and meaningful arts programmes for the people of Singapore. The partnership we witness today will serve to strengthen that relationship between Singapore and the UK and allow us to go on to forge new connections. In addition, last year, the British Council received the accolade of Patron of Heritage, an award which is actually presented by our guest of honour today, Minister Louis. The Council now aims to build on its work in the heritage field with the Future Memory Programme this year. Working in partnership with the Royal Academy of Arts and the Preservation of Monuments Board, the British Council will first bring 2 thought leaders from the UK to sit alongside a panel of leading experts from Singapore to examine the connection and contrast between design that retains memories of the past and forward-looking design. They will then bring award-winning UK architect, Asif Khan, to work with emerging designers and architects from Singapore to design and build a micro-public space that will be informed by concepts from the past, present and future of Singapore's built environment. I look forward to supporting the British Council's programmes in 2011 and beyond, and especially those that are run in partnership with the Singapore International Foundation. I hope that you too will lend your support by investing in the various programmes, attending their events, and sharing your experiences with your friends and contacts worldwide. Thank you very much indeed for joining us this afternoon.